So I came all the way here in a whole ambulance, okay, just to still sit in the goddamn lobby. Like, what sense do this make? What's going on, family? It's your girl Tatiana Moss, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I talk about sexual wellness, fashion, lifestyle, career, and entrepreneurship advice. So any of those things are of interest to you, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so you can become a part of the family too. And for my returning viewers, hey family, what's going on? Thank you so much for coming back and clicking on another video from your girl. So what's going on, y'all? Your girl is finally back, okay? I know y'all been seeing me vlogging and stuff, but this has like been my first sit down video in over a month. And I just kind of been wanted to update you guys on like everything that's just been going on since January. Honestly, if you guys didn't notice, your girl was a little MIA, you know. But I'm gonna catch y'all up, y'all, on all the things that's been going on with me or whatnot. So grab your wine, popcorn, all your good stuff, and we just gonna get right into it. So if you guys are ready for today's video, y'all know what to do. Give it a thumbs up and let's get started. All right, y'all. So I kind of wanted to do this like very relaxed style. Like I didn't want to be what's the word, like just feel like I'm just gonna let it flow pretty much or whatnot. So first thing I want to talk about mainly is mentally how I've been doing. As of today, I am in a much better space than what I was a month ago. January was really rough for me, mainly because of the fact that I didn't know what was going on with me. And I'm one of those kind of people where I'm very hands-on. I'm always like just trying to be very, very cautious of just like my self-care, just my physical health, all of that or whatnot. So when this situation occurred, I was just confused because everything was completely out of my control. So for those of you who might be new to my channel, if you guys didn't know, I had COVID back in August of last year, aka the Rona, y'all know. And so after I had the 19, we're gonna say it like that because sometimes, you know, YouTube be demonetizing stuff. So after I had that, on my way to the patient first, so when I found out I had COVID, because at the time I still didn't know I had it, I had this moment where I felt like I was gasping for air and I couldn't breathe. And I thought that was related to me having COVID once I later found out what was going on. And so, you know, I thought nothing of it. Cool. A couple of months later, the same situation happened again while I was driving. Mind you, the first time it happened, I was driving too on my way back from St. Thomas. So I was driving, I was going through the tunnel or whatnot, and I felt myself gasping for air, felt like I couldn't breathe. I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on? Still ignoring it, didn't pay it no mind, kept going on about my life. January 1st to be exact, I was coming back from Richmond, and it happened again. But this particular time, my friend was in the car with me or whatnot and was, you know, kind of concerned because he seen, you know, how I just like was panicking or whatnot. And I finally like, you know, broke down a little bit and started crying and was like, you know, this has been happening for the past couple of months. This is like my third or fourth time it happening now, but I was ignoring it and I didn't know what it was. And so, you know, that whole day it was just back to back to back, me dealing with this gasping for air, feeling like I couldn't breathe feeling, and while all being in a car. Mind you, every single time this has happened, this has been in a car. So I'm just like, what the hell is this? So that next day I went to the emergency room because I wanted to you know, hear from a professional. Maybe I thought I had again or something, I don't know what it was. So they were just like, you know, I told them I had asthma and all my other health issues or whatnot, and they were all like, oh yeah, it's probably just an asthma issue, you probably got some asthma flare built up, da da da, here's a steroid, boom, sent you home. That right there showed me how much that the healthcare system right now is failing us, especially us melanated folks. Like they're not taking the time out to truly thoroughly figure out what's going on with people. They're just trying to rush and get people in and out as fast as they can. They're not understand we're in a whole Panera Bread right now, you know, pandemic, all of that stuff. So it's like people are, that's the only thing they're worried about, but they have to realize it's a lot of other things going on out here other than the 19. You have people that have cancer, you have people that are getting shot, all kinds of stuff that need still that same type of care. But it's just like, if it's not the 19, your priority as far as care right now is down here, if you ask me. So again, They sent me home. I had the steroid. I thought I was good. That following week, I was on my way home from work, and again, the situation happened where I felt like I couldn't breathe. I was gasping for air. So when I got home, I was just so frustrated, and I started crying because I'm just like, yo, what is going on with me? Like, something is wrong. Like, I've tried ignoring it for so long, but I can't at this point. And so I had to go to an appointment at CVS for a TB test. So my mom, you know, I told my mom what was going on, and she's all like, well, get your sister to drive you, you know, to the appointment, da-da-da. Me being hard-headed, I ain't listen. I ended up leaving, going by myself, and I get to CVS, y'all. I'm sitting there, and I felt so dizzy. I felt like I couldn't think straight. Everything was just spinning, and I ended up leaving before the appointment even went on. So I go back outside, and literally, y'all, like, I feel myself faint. I had, you know, pretty much fell or whatnot. This guy had, you know, called 911 and was trying to talk to me and help me, and it was such a scary moment. Like, literally, that probably was one of the most scariest moments of my life. It felt like I was going to die. My chest, like, I felt like my heart was about to come out of my chest. I couldn't breathe. I was trying to catch my breath. Like, it was just very, very overwhelming feeling and whatnot. And my sister, she ended up coming because I managed to be able to call my sister too, because I told her, I was like, I need you to come up here because something ain't right. I don't know what's going on. So I thought I was having a heart attack or whatnot. So I get in the ambulance and I'm hyperventilating, all kinds of stuff. They're talking to me, and pretty much they're like, you know, ma'am, you gotta calm down. They was like, you're getting as much oxygen as you can get right now. And pretty much they ended up telling me, like, what it seems like you're having is a panic attack. And I'm like, panic attack? Excuse me? Like, I'm over here feeling like I'm about to die. Like, what do you mean a panic attack? And I've heard of a panic attack before, but I never really did thorough research on it, which that was my fault too, because with me being in this mental health profession, I should know the ins and outs of everything when it comes to mental health. But that was something that I failed to look into more, so that's my fault on that. But so as I get to the hospital again, I felt like I was treated so careless. They really didn't care what was going on with me. I sat there literally for about 30 minutes in like the emergency room area. I was just literally just sitting on a stretcher as they were just talking. Like, nobody like said anything, nothing. And finally they were like asking me pretty much what was going on. They was like, yeah, it sounds like you got panic attacks going on. They was like, we're gonna have you wait in the lobby. So I came all the way here in a whole ambulance, okay, just to still sit in the goddamn lobby. Like, what sense do this make? And I'm paying for the bill now. Like, we ain't even gonna get into that, but I'm just like, this is crazy. So I'm sitting in the lobby, and I find myself again having that overflaring feeling going on, as far as me feeling like I can't breathe and stuff like that and stuff. And so my chest was feeling hot. I finally get called to the back 2 hours later, y'all. 2 hours later. Can you imagine sitting there in your misery for that long? Like, so I ended up getting called to the back finally, and pretty much you know, the doctor confirmed that I have been experiencing really severe panic attacks. And he was just like, you know, gave me a mental discharge sheet, which I'm like, I could have did this myself, because this is some of the stuff I do for my job. So I was in disbelief. Honestly, I was in disbelief, and I was so frustrated because I'm just like, how could I have not seen this? Like, with me being in this profession and me dealing with certain stuff, I've never dealt with nobody that had anxiety and panic attacks though. So that's the crazy thing. But so for me, I was just confused. So I ended up going to my actual doctor that I see, like, for primary care and stuff like that, just to confirm everything. And when I went to her, you know, she pretty much confirmed that I had anxiety and panic attacks. And I'm really, really proud of myself, because a month ago I probably would have started crying, but every day I'm getting better, I feel like, and I'm getting more stronger when it comes to talking about it and being more open about it. Sorry about that, y'all, but pretty much I've just really been becoming more comfortable with talking about it, because I did not realize how many people struggle with this same thing: anxiety, panic attacks, all of these things. And when I went to my doctor or whatever, and she confirmed it for me, it was almost a surreal moment for me, because like, I felt like I don't want to say, like, it was kind of like a slap in the face in a sense, but I'm just like, damn, like, my life was just like so fine before this, and then it's just like, for something just drastic to come and change, something that you don't even have no control over. For me, it was so, oh my God, I told myself, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. But for me, it was just hard because when you're having panic attacks, you're completely out of control of the situation. And it's like one of the worst feelings, I feel like, in a sense, because it feels like you can't breathe, you're gasping for air, and it's like no matter what you do, it's kind of like you never know, they're just gonna come out of nowhere. So for me, like, it was the embarrassment of like, I don't want this to happen when I'm out in public. I don't want people to look at me differently. Like, everybody's so used to seeing me like, you know, Titan's the life of the party, and you know, she's always lit and this and the third. So for me, it was just like, I was embarrassed. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to go nowhere. You know, when I first found out what was going on with me, when, you know, the doctor had diagnosed and said all that stuff, like, I stayed in the house for days. I didn't go to work. I didn't want to talk to nobody because I was embarrassed, and I was just so confused about everything. Because for me, I was like, how can I sit up here and explain what's going on with me when I don't even know what's going on with me? So I really sat in my thoughts, and it was definitely one of the worst times in my life, and I'm still dealing with it to this day. Like, don't think it's over, but it's gotten every day has gotten better. I will say that much. Every day has gotten better. I have gotten much more comfortable with talking about it. I've been able to find people that deal with it as well. Even friends and family members that I didn't even know struggle with this, deal with this as well. So it brings me comfort knowing that I'm not the only one dealing with this. I think that's what also made me feel bad. Like, I'm just like, how am I 25, well 26 now, and I'm dealing with something like this, you know? And so again, I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But I think possibly God has done this or whatnot for me to be able to reach back out and help somebody else. So if me being vulnerable and talking about this can help the next person, then I will do that. I definitely want to be able to just be more transparent and be somebody that you guys feel like, you know, y'all can lean on. Like, you're not by yourself. Like, if you're still dealing with any type of mental health issue or anything like that, like, don't feel bad about it. Don't feel afraid or scared to ask for help, because that was me. Like, I was embarrassed to ask for help, and I don't know why, but you know, when you want to be in control of everything and you think you got it all figured out, nobody wants to ask for help or whatnot. So I've done, and I'm still taking the steps to take better care of myself mentally and all the way around. So I started going to therapy or whatever, and that's been helping me a lot. I've been doing a lot of different things to help. So if you deal with panic attacks and stuff like that, I'm definitely I plan on doing a video on it separately, maybe to like just talk about different symptoms and things of that sort, just so if this is something that you similarly experienced, now you probably understand that it's probably a panic attack that you're having, and some ways that you can help and deal with it. I know me personally, I've been drinking tea every day. I've been trying my best to journal more and getting all those anxious thoughts out, because as you can see, this has created a monster in my mind of me feeling paranoid every time I go out and do stuff. I'm like, oh God, like if I go out to the bar today, like, am I gonna have a panic attack? Like, this is literally something I'm thinking about. And it's like I'm trying to get myself out of that negative way of thinking and get back on my everyday flow of just like just going about life, you know, you know. At one point I was even scared to go to sleep because I felt like I was gonna stop breathing in my sleep, so I wasn't sleeping sometimes or whatnot because I was so scared that I was gonna stop breathing in my sleep. Like, and that's something that you're just supposed to naturally do. So when you're having a panic attack, it's almost like your body is getting out of whack of what your natural breathing pattern is supposed to be, and it goes into this state of flight or fright. So you have to bring yourself back down. So you can do that by doing different breathing techniques. I will definitely leave some stuff down below or whatnot for people that, you know, deal with it as well. Again, I've been doing meditation. My doctor did prescribe me medication, but I stopped taking it because it was giving me dry mouth, and I'm sorry. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not about to have no dry mouth, so I stopped taking it. But I feel better. But I'm not knocking nobody that, you know, if you feel like medication is your way, then that too. And that's another thing that made me feel so bad. I felt like such a hypocrite because I'm like, here I am, I'm telling my clients like, you know, try to find different ways to deal with you know, what's going on or whatnot. Of course medication is fine, but eventually you want to try to win yourself off of this, and here I am getting prescribed medication. So I think I was doing a lot of comparing too. I was doing a lot of comparison and really just feeling guilty or whatever. But initially I should have been looking at it like, Tatiana, this is your story, this is nobody else's story. You cannot compare yourself to this person and that person, all that. You have to worry about yourself. So in a nutshell, y'all, that's what's been pretty much been going on with me. You know, dealing with the panic attacks and anxiety and stuff like that. So it's all very, very new for me. And again, I've been just taking more time for myself and really just trying to be patient with myself. Every day has been getting better. I still have my days where shit sucks, and then I have my days where I feel great. So I'm just trying to be patient with myself, love myself a little bit more, and just take my time with all of this. Because anything that drastically happens in your life, you definitely got to give yourself time to overcome it. But I'm so sorry this video is long, y'all. I just wanted to let you guys, just open up to you guys a little bit about what's been going on and stuff like that. Some other things that's been changing in my life is my job. So I'm still at the same job, but I had to get rid of some of my caseloads, because that was another thing my therapist was mentioning to me about, like, probably could have came from, because we were trying to figure out the origin of where the panic attacks occurred from. But the first time I ever had one, but I didn't know what it was when I found out I had COVID. So I'm assuming that's where it originated from, but that's something we're still trying to work on. So anyway, so yeah, y'all, I had to let my job know what was going on, because I feel like that was important too. Like, hey, like, I'm going through all of this stuff, and mentally I am not in a space to have this huge caseload I had. So my therapist was saying, like, probably I was getting anxiety and stuff from my job too, doing all these notes, dealing with all these people's mental health issues as well, on top of my own shit that I got going on. Like, that's a lot. And a lot of times people that are in like high profile or whatever you want to call it professions, they end up having their own mental illnesses or physical illness over time because of the wear and tear on the mind and the body. And so, you know, I had to get rid of some of my cases or whatnot because it was just becoming too overwhelming. So I definitely feel like that has helped a whole lot. So I'm just encouraging y'all to just do what's best for you. No matter if the money is getting a little bit slimmer or whatnot, you might not have, some people are not going to understand what's going on with you, and they might look at you funny and weird. F all of that, because if you ain't got this, you're not going to be able to do anything. And this situation has truly been life-changing for me, because it showed me how much I've always looked at like love and money and family as like the high priority as far as things are important. But now I'm putting health first, honestly. Well, of course God, and then health after that, because if you don't got your health, you cannot do anything. I took a lot of stuff for granted before this, like just being able to just get up without a worry in the world. Like, but now a lot of the time I'm thinking about, I hope I don't have a panic attack today. That's my first thing I'm thinking about when I get up, and that sucks. But I'm praying, and I know that with the work that I'm doing, I'm going to be able to get back to a place one day where I'm able to feel like myself again in a new way, and just become comfortable with what's occurred with me. But you know, if I was meant to go through this, clearly I was, to help the next person, then that's just what it is. But so anyway, so that's what's going on in my job. As far as everything else, it's been going pretty good. You know, I've been dating a little bit or whatever. You know, I ain't gonna get too much into that because I don't want people all in my business. But let's talk about that real quick. Like, what's up with you guys? Like, y'all be saying y'all want one thing, but then when y'all get it, like, it's not giving. I just don't understand. Like, y'all be like, okay, I want a woman that's this, and this, that, you know, she got all this stuff going for herself, she's a boss, she's knows how to take care of home, she can dress well, she's family oriented. Okay, hello, you get it, and now you don't know how to act. I don't understand. Like, I've just gotten to a place now where I'm not gonna say I gave up on dating. I'm not gonna say that, but I will say I have definitely become comfortable enough to walk away from stuff that I do not feel like is serving me. Walk away from anything that I feel like is not going to benefit me in a couple of months from now. Like last year, I had a lot of fun. That was my fun year for sure. But now I'm in a place where, you know, I'm low-key ready to settle down. Like, I'm 26 now and I'm still young, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to rush anything, but I am in a different space where I feel like I'm ready for something a little bit more stable, you know. I wouldn't mind having a boyfriend and stuff like that, but it just seems like everybody's just playing, like, and I'm over it. Like, so that means I just gotta be by myself until my man comes, and so be it. So that's just where I'm at with that. Y'all let me know, how is y'all dating life going? As a millennial, if you're around the same age as me or whatnot, or even if you're not, shit, how is your dating life going? Like, how the men treating you? Because sis, I got to know, because it's very ghetto out here. It's ghetto in these streets. If you're in a relationship, you're married, please, I'm begging you, just keep it together. Your man getting on your nerves today, girl, just go out with your girls real quick, get a drink, and then come back. Because I'm telling you, the streets is ghetto. Like, to go back to the streets after being in a really good relationship is definitely not it. Like, I don't want to be here no more. I want to get out of the streets and I want to go on the curb, okay? Because I'm over it, for real. But anyways, yeah, so y'all just let me know how that's going. But another thing I just wanted to touch on too is just like, how do you know when somebody's the one? Like, it's such a weird feeling or whatever, but I almost feel like sometimes we have multiple soulmates. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, do y'all feel like, is it just a one person you're just like, all right, like, if I don't be with this person and things don't work out, like, I'm never going to be able to experience this type of feeling again? Or do y'all believe in, like, we have multiple soulmates throughout our lives? Because I feel like we have multiple soulmates. I really, really do. With friends, family, all of that. But even relationships, like, you can meet somebody when you're 18 and that's your soulmate at the time, and then you meet somebody in your late 20s, and then boom, you meet somebody in your 30s that you finally settle down with. Sometimes I don't feel like we're at a space or a place to commit to something, and so we miss out on that opportunity. But that soulmate was meant for you at that time of your life, because that's where your soul was. That's what you were yearning for. So then when you get in this different space, now your soul is leaning towards this, because now you're in a new space of thinking or whatnot. And if you're not changing, then that's a problem too, because we should always changing or whatnot. But I don't know how y'all feel about that. I feel like, you know, that's another thing too. We got multiple soulmates. Who knows? I probably done walked past my man 50 times at this point, but I hope he's out there. You know, like, your girl is single, okay? I'm ready to mingle, you know, and hopefully Mr. Right comes, snatches me up and gets me out these streets, because I don't want to be in the streets no more. I don't want to have a hot girl summer. I want to have a hot girl summer with my boo, okay? But I would still go out with my friends, but I want to have my boo too. So anyways, let me shut up. I think that's pretty much all the things I wanted to touch with you guys on. I am in the process also too. I didn't want to speak on it, but I'm definitely being serious about it now. I'm actually got my applications together or whatnot, in the works. I'm applying to 2 different schools right now or whatnot for the graduate program. So y'all cross your fingers for me that I get in or whatnot. So that's something exciting that is going to be going on. And I'm also possibly thinking about moving out. Nothing right now, but it's been going through my mind. So definitely, you know, stay tuned for all of that or whatnot and all that good stuff. But anyways, y'all, that is pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video because it's probably long as crap. I am so sorry if this was sad or crying, or y'all was seeing a version of me that y'all not used to seeing, like me always being fun and stuff like that. But this is also just showing a real side of me, because it's not always what it seems like it is, okay? And I just want to encourage somebody, if you are going through any type of mental health battle, that it's always a tomorrow. Things always get better. And my favorite saying is, my bad, y'all, my camera cut off. I forgot the last thing I said, but this has been a quote that I've been really just trying to live by, that I heard somewhere or whatnot. But it was just pretty much just saying, like, if you try to be 1% better than what you was the day before you know it, you'll be at 100%. So if you're doing something small every single day to be better than what you once was, then you're making progress. A lot of times when this situation I'm dealing with right now, like if I would have a panic attack or whatnot one day, I would be so mad, like, damn, like, here we go again. But then I didn't even realize that I had got in the car and was able to drive for 2 hours without having one, because I forgot to mention that part, that I wasn't even able to drive, y'all, for a little bit. Like, that's how bad it had gotten or whatnot. And that's the main place that triggered my panic attacks, was being in the car. But yeah, like, I would get so mad at myself, and instead of doing that, I started looking at it like, well, you know what, today you managed to be able to get to this location or that location and not have a panic attack or tense up and get scared. And that was that 1% that day. And then the next day I was able to go damn near the whole day without having one. And then the next day I wouldn't have one at all. And then the next day I wouldn't have one at all. And then the next day I might have had these symptoms and I felt like it was about to come up, but I was able to control it and manage it. And then the next day it's just, and so on and so forth. Y'all get what I'm saying? So every day that 1% is becoming more and more. And now, you know, I'm getting to the place where I feel like I'm going to be at 100%. So if you, and this is, you can apply this to anything in life that you're going through or whatnot. If you try to just be 1% more better than what you was the day before, give yourself grace. Everything is not going to be perfect. Everything's not going to change overnight. But if you just try to be 1% better than what you was the day before, I promise you, you're going to feel so much more better about yourself, because you're not going to be so hard on yourself. And you're not going to feel so bad about feeling like you haven't made no progress at all. So hopefully that helps somebody. Thank you guys so much for listening to me talk, because y'all know your girl can talk a mile a minute. I am back. Hopefully I don't go MIA for another long period of time, but if I do ever go missing that long again, y'all know it's some real life shit, okay? So just know that. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video and you still ain't subscribed to the family yet, what are you waiting on? Click on that red subscribe button down below. I would love to have you here. We still on the road to 3K, so y'all know what to do. Run the likes up. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to subscribe to the channel. And yes, I appreciate you guys so much. Everybody that reached out to me during this time, been sending me love and all types of things. I appreciate y'all so much. Every comment, I read it. It never goes unnoticed. I appreciate it, and I love all y'all. And I'm wishing y'all nothing but light and love in this new year. But anyways, until next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.
Turn up the, come on.